A young woman's love affair ignites chaos, intertwining lives in a whirlwind of passion and consequence. A daring lover faces fate to reclaim what was lost, risking everything for hope. An artist's passion for love and freedom sparks a journey of self discovery and bold defiance. These worlds were directed by the hands of Rachel Chavkin, who inscribes all of her work with one similar theme: political commentary. Chavkin was born in Washington, D.C. on July 20th, 1980, to Jewish American lawyers Sarah Rosenbaum and David Chavkin. Her father, being a civil rights lawyer, Chavkin was raised with social justice topics being discussed on the regular. From the age of 4 through high school, she played on a soccer team, reminiscing on her childhood, quote, "We weren't very good. There were a couple of chicks who were incredible, but I was never a particularly good player. What I loved and thrived on was the idea of a shared fate." In her youth, Chavkin attended many theater productions with her father, even taking part in Stage Door Manor, a theater summer camp when she was 11. But what sealed her fate was an energetic production of Hair at the Studio Theater in Washington, which she labeled as raw and immersive. Chavkin decided to attend New York University in 2003, later graduating with her BFA from Tisch Drama. She then enrolled in Columbia's School of the Arts, intending to teach theater. Chavkin was shaky about attending in her first semester, almost dropping out on several occasions, believing that she was distracting herself from creating. Head of Columbia's School of the Arts directing concentration, Anne Bogart, spoke to Chavkin, saying to use the school for all it's worth. Quote, "Use the rehearsal spaces, work with your company on projects while you're here, and get it done." Her decision to stay with the program was one of the most important decisions she made in her path to success. This support allowed Chavkin to create bold works, later describing Bogart as, quote, "profoundly influential." She graduated from Columbia University in 2008 with her MFA in theater directing. In 2017, Chavkin faced some trouble. Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812 opened on Broadway in November of 2016 with Rachel Chavkin as the director. In 2017, Josh Groban, the show's lead, left the production, being replaced by Okiriete Anaudawan, known for playing the dual roles of Hercules Mulligan and James Madison in Hamilton. Due to the absence of the pop star, ticket sales dropped, resulting in the producers deciding to replace Anaudawan with Mandy Patinkin, a more well-known and acclaimed actor. This immediately caused backlash from social media against the show, as it was an older white actor replacing a young black one. Patinkin withdrew from the show, and Great Comet was subsequently shut down. Chavkin stated that the situation was complicated, ensuring that she sees the power of social media and, in turn, its proactive perspective. But Great Comet would lead Chavkin to something bigger. In 2012, the show was being performed at Ars Nova, an off-Broadway nonprofit theater in Hell's Kitchen, New York. At one of the performances, a woman was completely blown away and inspired to further complete the experimental concept album she created. Her name? Anaya Mitchell.
Everybody hungry, everybody tired, everybody slaves for the sweat of his brow. The wage is nothing and the work is hard. It's a graveyard in Hadestown.
Hadestown opened on Broadway in 2019, currently holding the title as the longest-running show at the Walter Kerr Theater with over 900 performances. This show was groundbreaking, winning 8 Tony Awards and even a Grammy for Best Musical Theater Album. In those Tony Awards, Rachel Chavkin won Best Direction of a Musical, being one of 6 women to win a Tony in that category.
It's about whether you can keep faith when you are made to feel alone. And it reminds us that that is how power structures try to maintain control, by making you feel like you're walking alone in the darkness, even when your partner is right there at your back. And this is why I wish I wasn't the only woman directing a musical on Broadway this season. There are so many women who are ready to go. There are so many artists of color who are ready to go.
Rachel Chavkin currently holds the position of artistic director at The Team, a Brooklyn-based experimental theater company that, quote, creates new works about the experience of living in the United States today to generate dialogue about our nation's past, present, and future. The Theater Collaborative has become a driving force in contemporary theater, blending experimental storytelling with political and social themes to challenge the way we view ourselves and the world around us. Chavkin co-founded the company along with other NYU graduate peers in 2004. Her innovative approach at The Team laid the foundation for her future successes in theater creation.
I painted them all! I made myself the living test, and you were no one if not painted by Lempicka!
Rachel Chavkin's latest Broadway directorial work was on the musical Lempicka, which opened in April 2024 but shortly closed after 1 month. Although its end was sudden, Lempicka showcased Chavkin's signature ability to bring together historical narratives and contemporary themes, pushing the boundaries of musical theater. Hadestown was the first musical I had ever seen on Broadway. I was immediately impacted by how beautiful the entire show was, and how every bit was intentionally directed to create an emotion and capture the myth. I personally enjoy how Rachel Chavkin directs shows with social justice elements that can connect to the current state of the world and its politics. Watching her work is more than entertainment. It's an experience that leaves you questioning, reflecting, and inspired to engage with the issues that matter. I left the theater that night not just with the memory of a beautifully crafted show, but with a sense of urgency and hope for change. And I think that's the real magic of her direction.